the deal, y'all? Rich Trappers happening in 10 and Trap News Network. We back in the same, like a crack in the same. Yes, it's 10 and Trap News Network. It's not good news you can use. It's not good knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college. Big dog, tap in with the tap in. When you tap in with that tap in, make sure you tap in with that good tap in. You feel me, man? Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe for everything we got going on here at 10 and Trap News Network. It's that news you can use. That knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college, big dog. Tap in with the tap in. When you tapping in with that tap in, and make sure you are in fact part of this good tap in, and make sure you subscribe to Rich Trapper 10 and Trap News Network. Make sure you hit that like, hit that comment, hit that good subscribe button, and stay tapped in with everything we got going on here at 10 and Trap News Network. Make sure y'all hit that like, hit that comment, hit that subscribe. Make sure you get into the new music, all the new music we got going on. Hold on real quick. Y'all, please. New music, make sure y'all get into that. Rich Trapper on all streaming platforms, see what we got. And make sure, I'll see you with the Beyonce shirt. Make sure you guys, richtraphouse.com, get into that. I'm a little tired, so we're going to go ahead and slide through this one. Shout out to That Surprise Witness TV. Make sure y'all follow her, show her some love. That Surprise Witness. She's been giving me a lot of good news I can use. A lot of good knowledge, though. I can't get nobody's college, though. I just told this nigga. I fucking hate when hold on. I hate when these niggas don't fucking listen. I just told bro, leave it on the porch. I said, don't ring the door. I just said, don't ring the doorbell. I said, leave it at the porch. I just said that. Why you ring the doorbell and then... You're not getting into it. Yo, you can leave it at the front porch. Niggas don't listen, boy, I swear. Anyway, let's get into this, man. Let's get into this. Good Contiana from That Surprise Witness. Let's tap in with this tap in. Bricc Baby can be released tomorrow. Let's get into
Tuesday. I'm doing quite well. I will not keep you long, but I did want to give you an update on the Bricc Baby case. So, in a broader sense, the Big U preliminary hearing was today. His arraignment. Big U arraignment was today. I am not sure what happened yet. I did try to check the docket, but it's unclear as of right now. But I will try to keep you all updated, especially if anything really big happened. But as the title of this video suggests, I do have some Bricc Baby updates here. So Bricc Baby has some big news. Okay, so he does have, seems to me from what I can see, a trial tomorrow, a pre-trial hearing. And the last video I made on Bricc Baby, I did tell y'all that he was asking the judge to reconsider his bail. He wanted to get out and he wanted the judge to give him another bail hearing based on some new information, some new stuff that he wanted to offer up. And in particular, the new thing he wanted to offer up was pretty much like collateral from somebody was going to pretty much underwrite, co-sign for him to get out. And they were going to put
up a house,
put some property or some asset or something up as an insurance policy to make sure that Bricc Baby's gonna come back. So that was the last update that I did give y'all. So the judge, according to this most recently filed document, the judge has granted that petition, has granted that request on the behalf of Bricc Baby. Bricc Baby's lawyer did request it.
Okay, so Bricc Baby's getting out tomorrow.
Judge has granted it. So here's the notification. It says notification regarding the application for bail review or reconsideration of order setting conditions of release. So in this particular case, the form we're looking at is for the first one. Notification regarding application for what? Bail review or reconsideration. So this is the one we're looking at, bail review or reconsideration. That is the hearing that he does want. It says, please take notice that the request for the hearing on the application for the reconsideration of the bail order is approved. The matter is on the calendar under Magistrate Judge Karen L. Stevenson, and it's for tomorrow, April 9th, 2025 at 9:30 a.m. I'm assuming that's California time because it's in California, so it will be like afternoon, like 12:30 or whatever, my time, Eastern. Okay, this was put in by this deputy clerk. They have their number and the address up there, which is public record and public information, but I just have to play it safe over here, like... So here's where you can see his name, Zahir Mitchell. I'm glad they stopped putting all his AKA, because it was like S-word Montana and too much. So tomorrow.
S-word Montana is crazy.
Everybody can see that. Tomorrow we have a Bricc Baby update. And so what he's really asking the judge to do is let him out. to let him out on bail. And if the judge tomorrow listens, or the magistrate judge, Karen Stevenson, listens to the arguments and they're compelling, and for some reason thinks that this new sort of like collateral or whatever is actually going to make the difference, then maybe he gets out tomorrow. I won't bury the lead. I don't think it's going to happen. And the reason I don't think it's going to happen has to do with the reasons why the judge did decide to keep Bricc Baby in jail before trial and decided not to let him out. And it wasn't all the reasons that the judge relied upon are not going to be magically fixed or remedied by just this collateral, these assets. Now, it might help some, and it certainly was one of the reasons that the judge did rely upon in the initial bail determination and not granting bail. One of the reasons the judge did say, she or he did say it in there, this defendant does not have sufficient assets to justify something, whatever. So that wasn't the only reason. There was other reasons as well, including there would be a danger of harm to the community or someone if he were to get out before trial.
Saying that he might get cracking and come back.
Other ones, there's no reasonable way to assure that he is going to show up to trial, which perhaps this new collateral thing might fix.
Okay, so they're saying that he might do the disash.
But these arguments and everything will take place tomorrow in the morning. If anybody does want to go, it is in the Roy Ball Federal Building, Temple Street, Los Angeles. If you just type that in Google, it'll give you the actual address, I'm sure, somehow, some way. It is a public record, but like I said. Anyway, okay, so strictly speaking, Bricc Baby could be walking free tomorrow. And he truly could be. I don't know. I have no idea. I never practiced criminal law by any means. So this is all just like, I'm just speculating. I'm just guessing based on different things, mostly public record. But the patterns that I've seen are the reasons why Diddy, for example, was kept in jail.
Comparing Bricc Baby to Diddy is crazy. Crazy.
Pending his trial. A lot of them
P shitty. But
overlap.
Too soon? Because Bricc Baby shitty, he's P Diddy, P shitty. Never mind.
And line up with these reasons. Now, these are different districts. This is California Central District, and over there I'm talking about Southern District in New York. And courts do decide things differently and base their decisions on different reasons, but it still is federal court, and I'm assuming it's all still, being tried under the same federal statute, but it's totally different cases. And the judge does have to make a decision. But in that Diddy case, what I saw happen was that they kept Diddy in jail, even though he had $50 million house to put up on the line, even though his mom was going to put up half of her house or something. And there was all kind of stuff put up. It wasn't an issue of money or collateral. It was other stuff that the money just was never going to be able to solve. So what's going to come down to with the Bricc Baby determination, consideration of whether he's going to get out on bail decided tomorrow, really is going to come down to how hard the prosecutors argue those other factors that weren't ever addressed in the first place by anything having to do with assets or property. Things like, for example, there would be a danger to the community or a danger to someone of imminent harm if they let Bricc Baby out before trial. But this is also the most recently filed document. It was filed about 4 or 5 days ago. 4 or 5 days ago, this was filed onto the docket, and nothing has been filed since. So I guess there's really not much to file. So we will see tomorrow. Hopefully it'll show. My prediction is that he's not going to probably be released, but he could be, and he might be. So we'll have to see tomorrow. Y'all put it in the comments down below if you're watching after the decision's already been made. Let me know from the future. So all I really had for this one in the meantime.
All right, man. Make sure y'all show some love, man, to that surprise witness, and we up out to the next one. Y'all know the deal. Red dot to the left. Y'all know the rest, and it's free. Avenue Angel till he's free. We got